Yes! Yes, Josh! Yeah! Under the whole... Oh my gosh, I probably just scared the shit out of my neighbors.
Boys are back. Boys are back in town. We welcome you to TWI. I'm your host, Ike. We got an unreal crew. Starting at the bottom, we got Jared. Above him, we got Matt Hokinson. Above him, we got Eric P. Guest, we got JF. Bringing him back for season 2. On the top, we got Big Bet Barter. We got an unreal feature match of the week. We got Stefanos Tsitsipas and Jannik Sinner. We're playing in the second round of Rotterdam. How the boys doing this week, though?
I'm gonna need Stevie to stop hitting so many bets. I mean, I think I'm 4-1, but he still has more money than me somehow. So I'm a little pissed off at Stevie, but he's so good at this.
Yeah, Stevie's on fire this year. Outside of our league as well, he's on fire. So got to give big props to him. But our topic for the week is who is our most hated tennis player, our most disliked tennis player on the tennis circuit. We're going to start off with our guest, JF. We got Josh Fisher. Who's your most disliked tennis player, Josh?
You know, I don't like to player hate, and I don't like to hate the game. I think I like to hate the way that some can play the game. And I think the worst might be those who make the game look bad or not interesting, or, I think anybody who, especially if you come to a pro match, doesn't try their best or something like that.
Don't say Kyrgios.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't hate him. Like I said, I don't like hating players, but that's obviously something. Just making the game look bad is probably the big one for me.
Yeah,
that's a metaphysical answer, Josh. I like it.
Like,
did you just want me to
he went from hating a player and then flipped it into hating an action. That is brilliant.
Genius. Mark, who's your most disliked player?
So this player has had a pretty decorated career, mostly loved by most tennis fans, admirable. Lately she ran into some problems, doping and all, but that's not why.
No way.
I hate her because of disgraceful surgery.
Oh no! I knew it. You're a grimy boy.
Let's hear him. Let's hear it out.
Absolutely.
Who is it?
Disgraceful surgery. Simona Halep. You're on my shit.
Oh, boo.
No way, dude.
I thought you were gonna come up with a Zverev. I mean, I feel like Zverev is probably the most hated player on tour, and I thought immediately when I thought of this conversation, I was like, Zverev for sure. When in Acapulco, I'm pretty sure it was, when he absolutely went ballistic on the umpire. That umpire was scared for his life when he was just destroying his racket against the umpire's chair. So for me, it's Zverev. What about you, Eric P?
On the men's side, I think a couple of Frenchmen come to mind. Benoit Paire.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
Corentin Moutet. Stinks. On the women's side, how about Yelena Ostapenko? I think those would be my 3.
At the Western and Southern Open in last year, I watched Benoit Paire get booed by the fans, and it was awesome. It was so fun to watch. Everyone was booing him because I think he defaulted, which is very typical of Benoit Paire. What about you, Matt?
All right, I don't know if he's active on tour anymore, but he did get mentioned in this. He's really the only player I refuse to watch and cannot stand. And I think a lot of it is there's a couple things. One, he's super arrogant, and B, he has such an ugly game. And that would be Bernard Tomic. I cannot stand that dude. because he had so much potential and he's so insufferable on court and he's so arrogant in interviews. I just hate the dude. And then my 2 would be Sebastian Bile.
Well, wait. If we're able to, if we're going non-pros, then Eric Porter's at the top of my list.
Grow up.
Jared, what about you?
I was thinking of a category of player, kind of like how Josh mentioned guys that don't treat the game the right way. I was trying to think of a category of player that has a certain, type of actions, and what I can sum it up best by saying that I just don't like guys that have a little bit of Nadal in them, if you will, right? That tendency to it's not Nadal. Nadal's not my most hated player. I don't love Nadal, but it's just that tendency of like Nadal's where he's got to tuck the hair, pick his ass out of his shorts, and just like everything has to be so meticulous and perfect, and it seems very appearance based. That to me is what kind of drives me nuts. So it did lead me to more of like an Alexander Zverev type of player, where sometimes I think he gets caught up in the look of it rather than the actual emotion and the intensity of a tennis player. So I probably have to agree with you, Ike, that Zverev is probably my least favorite player on the tour right now. But there's a lot of guys in that conversation. Any of those kind of pretty boy type of players that don't really want to work for it, don't have that dog in them. That's to me, that's kind of who I'm looking at. Tsitsipas is climbing that ladder, by the way.
Yeah. He's a huge pretender. But before we go forward, I think this is a good topic. Maybe there's some honorable mentions. I'll start out. I'm gonna go with the Davis Cup chair umpire in what year is it? 2019.
No way.
He just derailed the Canadian national team.
Oh my gosh.
Taking a ball to the face? Is that what you're talking about?
When Shapo hit him in the eye, he just, he had to start crying and make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
He has permanent damage in that eye.
I agree, man. Just get out of the way. Just move.
The ball's going 200 miles an hour.
Sally, you're doing the new.
Maybe I'm built different, but I simply would have dodged.
Oh, shut up!
Oh my god, you're like one of these assholes who all these people die in hurricanes, and you're the asshole who's like, oh, dude, you know who's coming, just move. Like,
why don't they just leave? Yeah, why don't they just sell their houses?
And then just go somewhere else. No, here. Well, okay, so
I've never seen dodgeball.
Hold on. I gotta go back to Jared's comment about Nadal. I just like to let the group know that Jared has to orient his shock absorber in such a way that leads to him hitting forehands on the side with a tennis ball and backhands on the side with the little brand name. I don't want to hear him giving any business to Nadal about being particular about stuff.
I'm superstitious, but I'm not appearance-based superstitious. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
Well, let's transition into our betting for the week. I'm 0-5, so I got nothing to lose, or I might have everything to lose. So this week, I'm going with the set spread. Jannik Sinner is at -1.5. It's at +310. I'm putting $30 on this one. I think Jannik Sinner is going to win a set in this match. So it's a $30 bet to win $93. Big Bet Barter, you're next in the betting lineup. What's your bet for the week?
Yeah, it's time to wake the sleeping giant. I like Sinner in this one. They had a really tight match in Australia. I think their head-to-head is 5-1. With I think Sinner winning the one match on clay, right? Yep, on clay. But I think this is the year where Sinner kind of makes his break, probably wins his first Masters title. He's due, and I think Tsitsipas is a huge and a pretender, and that's really all that needs to be said. So I'm going to take. It's going to be close because it's going to take like a set or two for Stefanos to remember that he's, and then the wheels are going to fall off like they did in Roland Garros 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. He's been a pretender for a long time. It's hard to keep track. But yeah, I'm
such a hater.
I'll throw $30 on Sinner winning in 3 sets.
That's funny because Josh was like, I don't want to be a player hater. And then Carter's completely player hating.
Next in the betting lineup, we got JF. What do you got for your bet this week, JF?
Do you want me to give an amount or it doesn't matter?
Up to you.
Okay. Well, since it doesn't matter, I would like to bet $40 for Sinner winning in 3 sets.
Wow.
I just think, I'm not going to say that one of the players is a small kid who doesn't know how to fight, like some have. But I think it's, I think just Sinner had a good week last week. This is also, I think, the first indoor hard meeting, if I'm not mistaken. And that's oftentimes can be a very different game, indoor hard versus outdoor hard. I think we do see a difference in some areas. So that is what I'm feeling.
We got a $40 bet, a wild card bet. Of course, this is technically an exhibition bet, but $40 to win 152. Massive bet. The biggest bet ever in TWI history, technically. So
actually, I think I learned this from one David Big D3 Youngs.
3.5 over, and I'll put $40 on it, and I'll put $40 on it, and I'll put $40 on it,
and I'll put $40 on it, and I'll put $40 on it.
$30 on it?
Is that what you said?
Do you want to put 30 on it, 20 or 10?
What the fuck? Did you say $40?
So reason why we're all laughing is David's done this before. The rules are $10, $20, or $30. And David just said 40. We're all like, yo.
Yeah, David tried to pull the $40 bet. That was overruled quickly. And then he claimed that he didn't even do it.
Well, I will own up to this one.
I think that moment for me is so funny. I remember watching that back when I was editing so much. I was literally crying because I was laughing so hard. Eric P., you're next in the betting lineup. What's your bet?
Well, I'm on a bit of a cold streak.
Not surprising.
for no reason. From the chump on the bottom row. I think I am not going to make a tiebreak bet this week since those are clearly fickle. But I am going to say Tsitsipas. I'm not a huge Tsitsipas fan, but I think he's going to win at least one set. And the odds for that looks like they're at minus 420. Nice. And I'm going to put $30 on that.
All right, we got a $30 bet to win 720. Stefanos Tsitsipas wins at least one set at minus 420. Mateo, what's your bet?
Oh man, dude, hard to follow up that bet. Oh my god. All right, I think
look
Josh.
At this.
Where's the dog?
Ooh. That's a great sign.
That's so brilliant. So I think Josh had a really good point, and I think that in the fact that this is going to be it's indoor hard, correct? We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So indoor hard is going to play quicker, and Sinner's got a massive game. I think Tsitsipas plays better when the conditions are slower. Hence why he's made the French Open final, and on slower courts he tends to do a little bit better because he's got those very loopy, Greek ground strokes. So right. I think Sinner's going to hit through him, and I do think that Sinner is going to kind of ride this wave of momentum that he has. So although I do think that's what's going to happen. I think I'm going to be a little bit conservative with the amount I'm betting. So I'm going to go Sinner 2-0, and I'm going to go $10.
I'll show you something indoor and hard.
I was going to try to make that joke. I was trying to think of a good indoor hard joke.
Indoor and hard, you're looking at him right now.
So we got Sinner winning 2-0 at plus 285, $10 bet to win 28.50. Last but not least, we got Jared. What's your bet for the week?
Well, I don't like Tsitsipas. I think that Sinner probably has a chance to win this one, but I don't love betting on him either in this case. I'm kind of stuck. I think I'm gonna take. There's a the line for Sinner to win at least one set. I'm just gonna throw a little shot in the dark here and say that no, he does not win a set, just because I like the numbers, I like the odds here, the money I could win out of that. I'm gonna put $20 down on Jannik Sinner not winning one set. I think it's plus 163.
At $20 to win 32.60. Jannik Sinner will not win one set. That will conclude our betting for the week.
Do up, diddling, ding dong, day.